It's a wonderful day at Kids Corner in Bothell, Washington. Come see us today and meet our loving teachers, which will provide your child with a full day of activities, including art, STEM, music, language, and more. With diapers, wipes, transportation, and meals included, it's a wonderful day at Kids Corner. Come see us today. Kids Corner in Bothell. Living Well Clinics located in Marysville and Monroe, serving the Snohomish County area, a Seattle Spartans sponsor. Check them out today for massage, acupuncture, injury rehabilitation, and chiropractic. Living Well Clinics, a Seattle Spartans sponsor, helping you to live well. Check them out today, online or in.
Welcome to Goddard Stadium here at Mariner High School for today's WFA season opener, the visiting Portland Fighting Shockwave in black and I think we can count that as red. Going to take on the Seattle Spartans, your hometown Spartans today, taking the field. They'll receive the opening kickoff here. We'll see who gets back deep for the Spartans. The Spartans back again this spring. If you've been missing football all winter, they're ready to go. Actually, it looks like the Spartans are going to be kicking off as the official explains the offsides line here. And Phaedra Caton, veteran out of Everett, Washington, is going to be taking the kickoff, and the Shockwave will be going from left to right here. They've got two players back, not terribly deep here, about the 30-yard line. Expecting maybe a little bit of a squib kick here from the Spartans to open the season. And the 2022 season is underway. My name's Dave Morris, here to talk you through today's game. Keaton bounces that kick a little bit short, picked up by number 9. She cuts outside for the Fighting Shockwave, gets to the sideline. She's going to go out of bounds about the 37-yard line. That's Holly Petrie, the fullback out of Forest Grove, Oregon. And the Shockwave are going to take over. Pretty good field position to start their season, the 37-yard line.
They were a little worried about lightning and a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain, but so far it's kind of skipped past us to the south.
So far it was a pretty, I come up from the south and it was pretty clear on the way up, just a little bit of rain. It's been kind of threatening all day, looking like, someplace there's a problem, but not right over us. And the Shockwave are going to open this drive, empty backfield. They're split out wide on both sides. Looks like out of the pistol here. They're going to throw right away. Got a receiver. Number 11, Alicia Stiltner, made the catch. She's a St. Louis College product there. Little pitch and catch. 15-yard, there we go. 15-yard gain on first down. And the Shockwave, number 6, Lexi Catton. Portland was one of the better passing teams in the WFA last year, and it looks like they're right back to it. I formation on this play, and a handoff. And that's not going anyplace. Stiltner, 15 yards on the reception, and then a loss of 3 on the ensuing handoff. Maybe loss of 2. They're going to give her a pretty good spot there. They're going to call it loss of 1. Second down, and we're going to call it 11 for the Shockwave at the 22-yard line. The Spartans traditionally play a lot of man-to-man up on the line of scrimmage, and it means that they've got to match speed with those outside receivers. When you spread wide, it puts a lot of pressure on the Spartans. But with this I formation, it gives Seattle a little bit better defensive shape here. Catton, she's going to slide out to the right, looking to run, big block, and she makes the corner out of bounds, pushed out about the 12-yard line. Close to a first down. I don't know if she's going to get there. We'll see on the spot. There's a flag down. I think there's going to be, I think that's a clip or a hold they're going to call on Portland. There was a pancake block on the right side there. And that's what they're calling an illegal block. And that's going to march the Fighting Shockwave, from their standpoint, the wrong direction, as Seattle takes the penalty. And that's going to push Portland back to the 42-yard line, where it will be second down and a very long way to go. Is that right? Nope, the 37-yard line.
What
So
they call that,
second
a pancake
down.
block?
I think it was a block in the back.
'Cause I hadn't heard
I
of
call
that
it.
term before.
Yeah, they flattened the linebacker on that side for Seattle. Whoever had contain was supposed to set the edge on that. Just got run over. Catton looking to throw long, got Stiltner, and it's broken up smartly by number 88, Sabrina McDonald, another longtime Seattle Spartan veteran. Got a hand on that pass. Stiltner was there, and Lexi Catton's shown she can get that ball down the field. It's going to be third down and 15. I'm sorry, third down and 25. My bad. Third and 25 for the Fighting Shockwave here. Not a lot of great options in your playbook for third and 25. But for this, Seattle, once again, up really tight, man-to-man, one safety high. And if they can, if Portland can find one good matchup, I mean, there's going to be, they can throw it. No good matchups. Catton has to run for her life here. Seattle putting her under pressure. She's trying to get set to throw, and that's going to be a sack. Pass rush from the Spartans there. That was kind of a coverage sack. There was nobody open. 5 receivers came out. Seattle blanketed them. And ultimately, I think it was London Hester Williams, the 5'3" defensive lineman out of Mulberry, Florida, who came up with the tackle there. That's going to bring up fourth down and 36 for the Fighting Shockwave. And can't tell if they're going to, looks like, nope, it looks like they're going to kick this, I think. Seattle's not super far back, making sure there's not a fake here. And there's the punt, end over end. Pretty good kick. It's going to take a Portland bounce and then sort of die. And Portland's going to down that right at the 13-yard line. And Seattle will have their first offensive possession of the 2022 season, starting in the shadow of their goalpost there at the 13-yard line. Big stop for the Spartan defense. Looked like they were in a little bit of trouble. It was a long kickoff return and a 15-yard completion on the first play, and then Seattle pushed Portland straight backwards from there. And with 12:06 to go in the first quarter, no score, and here come the Seattle Spartans offense. Under center, quarterback is going to be LaShonda Wansley out of Lakewood, Washington, from Southern Wesleyan University. She pitches it out. I think that's to Pelham. And there's a big hole there. She's got a seam. Gets out to the 20, 21-yard line, depending on where the spot is. That'll set up second down and short. And that was Ashley Gerardo out of Arlington, Washington, a Henry Jackson local product here. So she picks up, they're gonna call it 6 on first down. Nice little toss sweep. And the Spartans get ready to come out here. Sort of a 35 defense, 36 defense for Portland. 3 down linemen, 6 other players in tight. Pitch from Wansley, once again Gerardo. This time she gets met, but she's gonna muscle her way to the 25-yard line and a first down. And they'll stop the clock while they move the chains here. 11, or they're not stopping the clock. Thought there was a signal there. 11:06 to go in the first quarter. One of the things about the Shockwave throwing a lot of passes is it just stops the clock. They don't have a lot of possession time because of it. Out of kind of a veer backfield, another handoff. Once again, Gerardo, another 5 yards, and she's just chunking yardage on every handoff here. That'll bring up second down and 5. When Seattle gets the ball out to the 30-yard line here, if they can keep this going, they're going to chew up some clock and you know, they're moving the football. And when you're on offense, the longer you can keep the ball, the more tired and harder it is for the defense. Once again, Wansley under center here. This time, Seattle's going to go spread on 2nd and 5. Only got one player back. Slots on both sides, slot receivers. Wansley puts her Gerardo in motion. It's going to be a reverse. And here goes Seattle. Number 21, Nicole Pelham on the reverse, the Olympia, Washington native. Gets another first down, so Pelham goes for about 9 yards there. 1st and 10, Spartans. A little motion jet sweep reverse. So a little trickeration there, created a seam. Seattle's done a good job. They've been able to block and create seams on handoffs, and then they've been able to do a little misdirection. Portland stays pretty spread even when Seattle kind of tightens everything up. They're in kind of a tight T formation here. Wansley, broken play. She's going to have to come up with something now. She's got problems and she's going to go down. That's going to be a loss of 9 on the play there. And Gerardo and Wansley were not on the same page on that handoff. Going to be 2nd down and 19, and then Seattle, they've been running, and you get into 2nd and 19, and now you got to open up your playbook a little bit. I guess we'll call it, well, they're calling it 19. I was going to say I could see putting it to 31 and calling it 2nd and 18, but it's still an awfully long way to go. Slot left here. Still a one-man backfield for the Spartans. Wansley sends Pelham in motion, and another jet sweep. This time it was sniffed out. And number 37 for the Fighting Shockwave, Tess Bear, stepped up, the Forest Grove, Oregon native, wrapped up Pelham. Gain of 1 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 18. So we'll see what Seattle does here. They're going to stay in a pretty tight formation. They've got Sullen Sequera Fisher out wide, split on the left. 3 backs behind Wansley. Wansley with the pitch. Here goes Gerardo. And she's going to pick up about, they're not going to give her out of bounds, picked up about 3 on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down and 14. And it's decision time for the Spartans. Do they punt or do they pull something out of the playbook like a fake kick, or they just go for it? Let's see what they're going to do. Coming into the game is Billy Kennedy. And the Shockwave are going to get back in a punt receiving formation. Looks like it's going to be a punt, but we'll see. The snap is high over Kennedy's head. And she's going to just fall on the ball at the 15-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down, Shockwave. First big mistake of the game. Seattle on punt formation, but there's a flag down. And let's see. Illegal procedure on the offense. I think Portland's going to take the play on that one. Going to be 1st down at the 15-yard line.
What kind of time we got?
We've got 7 minutes and 26 seconds. So that was a 4-minute drive for Seattle. And, you know, they have a mistake on the punt there and end up losing yardage on the punt. And they're still 2 yards ahead of where they started. So 4 minutes later, Portland's going to take over the 15-yard line, 2 yards behind where they got, where they were 1st and 10 on the last drive. So Lexi Catton under center here. That's Summer Rose, the center for the Shockwave here. There's a snap, little handoff out wide. And running back did get to the corner, but she's out of bounds. Going to be about a 3-yard gain there for Alicia Stiltner. She's been the focus of their offense, whether they're throwing or handing it off. It's basically about Lexi Catton getting the ball to Stiltner. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Fighting Shockwave. Ball's on the 12-yard line. And they're going to, I think, spread things out. They've got slot receivers on both sides. Pistol formation. Catton looking for the snap here. She takes it. Flag is already, and then there's a throw. She had a receiver, couldn't quite come down with it. Still looking for a number here. There was a flag early in the play, and then an incompletion. That was number 7, and we don't have a 7. It must be. I think we're going to call that number 9, Holly Petrie. Almost made the one-handed reception. And the penalty looks like it's going to get. Penalty on the Spartans. And that's going to move the ball. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. So the incompletion, they had a free play there. 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line for the Shockwave. 6:40 to go in the first quarter. And Seattle needs to make a stand here as Lexi Catton steps up under center. 2 receivers wide on the right, in tight on the left for the Shockwave. And fake handoff, Catton. She's going to try to run outside of the rush. She's got a receiver. Catch is made, and she's in the end zone. Holly Petrie made the catch and just got over the plane of the end zone. And the Shockwave score their first touchdown of the 2022 season to go up 6-0 on Seattle here in the first quarter. 6:13 to go. And the Spartans going to look to defend the extra point here. It looks like Portland's going to kick this one. We'll see. Looks, and they get set. Yep. And here's Portland going for the extra point. The kick is up and splits the uprights. Well done. So 7-0 Shockwave, 6:13 to go in the first quarter. And Seattle will get their first kickoff return of the season here coming up. We'll see if Seattle can keep moving the ball. They were really effective on the ground. Just got caught a couple mistakes there in midfield. That created a really short field for Portland, and they didn't make a mistake that time. What was that, 5 plays, 15 yards, and a touchdown. Sorry. Holly Petrie on the reception from Lexi Catton. And Portland really depends. It's a real contrast. I mean, they're going to throw the ball more than they're going to run it. And then Seattle is definitely more of a ground-based attack. Portland sets up here to kick off.
Would you say 6:13?
6:13 to go.
We're trying to keep track of the clock a little bit, at least manually.
And here we go. Portland getting ready to kick. That's number 37, Tess Bear, the kicker for Portland. Looked good on that extra point, and now she'll be looking to kick off from the 35-yard line. Seattle gets themselves set here. They've got number 14, Billy Kennedy, deep. She'll be at about the 25-yard line. And let's see, they've got 5. So they've got the right number of people on here. Hester Williams switching from the right to the left side there, so now they're set. And here comes Portland with their first kickoff of the season. Bear kicks it wide, and it's touched by Rachel Killstrom, one of the up players for Seattle. She can't hang on to it, and number 85, Rosemarie Turner, wide receiver for the Shockwave, jumps on that, and the Shockwave will go back on offense, just going downhill at the 45-yard line. Seattle, their defense needs to come up with a stop here early in the game. 6:17 to go in the first quarter. And the Shockwave are back on offense for the 3rd time. Seattle's had some success. They were effective running the football on their one drive here, but a couple of errors, and they've put themselves under a lot of pressure here. Catton in the pistol. Wide receivers split wide in both slots here. Catton looking deep. She's got a receiver on a wheel route, and Vanessa Palmieri couldn't come up with that. She turned, looking who that is, I think that was Sullen Sequera Fisher, was in man coverage and got turned on that wheel route. Palmieri had some room. If she had been able to come up with that catch, there was not much besides artificial grass between her and the end zone. But she didn't come up with it, and the Spartans will live to fight another day here. 2nd down and 10. Once again, shotgun for Catton. Four receivers out wide here. Good pressure. And Catton with a little quick flick over the middle there. Sliding reception for the Shockwave. Waiting to see a number here when she turns around. Number 4, Taylor Timms with her first catch. 6-foot receiver out of Arizona State University. Nice 7-yard gain there. She was able to slide in and catch that. Kind of keep the drive alive and make sure they're in 3rd and short. So Portland's going to stay with this. Nope, this time Catton's under center. I formation behind her. There's the handoff to Stiltner, and she is met right there. The Spartans' run defense is excellent. And once again, Stiltner really doesn't go anywhere. That's going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to call that no gain, 4th and 3. So now decision time for Portland. 4th down and 3, 38-yard line of the Seattle. You're on the Seattle 38. And Portland looks like they're going to go for this. See if they'll throw it or stay in tight here. And Catton directing traffic. She's going to get under center. Trips right here for Portland, where they have three receivers wide on the wide side of the field. One back. Snap is fumbled, and Catton falls on it. And it's going to be Seattle ball. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for Seattle, as Portland turns the ball over on downs. And a break for the Spartans here. 4:36 to go in the first quarter. Down 7-0, but now they're going to take over. So their first possession, they had the ball at the 13. This time they're at their own 40-yard line. So pretty good field position for Seattle. That's a big stop for the Seattle defense. Really changes the momentum. And then turning it over on downs, maybe even more so. See if the Spartans can build on this here.
I think that's just about 10 yards from where they didn't recover it on the kickoff.
Yep, and now you got Wansley, I formation, everybody in tight. Handoff to Gerardo. She finds a seam. And a really quick 7 or 8 yard gain there. I think they're going to give her, let's see, they're going to give her 7. So Gerardo, another 7-yard gain on 1st down. And really, pitching to Gerardo and opening things up here. Seattle's been able to move the ball on the ground. It just puts pressure on them. They just, need to make sure they're clean in how they execute. Once again, 3 backs behind Wansley. Another handoff to Gerardo, and she's going to muscle her way right over 2 Portland defenders. 5-yard gain and a 1st down. 3:56 to go, and I think that's the 4th first down for Seattle. So they've had a pretty decent first quarter in terms of moving the football. Just got to keep that momentum going as the clock runs here. 3:45 to go, and Seattle for the first time is in plus territory at the Portland 48. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Once again, 3 backs in tight behind Wansley. 1 receiver split wide left here for the Spartans. A little bit of a blitz. I think 57 got into the backfield awfully early. Or 30, I'm sorry, that's 37. Tess Bear. I guess the referee is going to say she timed the snap count really well. I would say she was about 3 steps behind the line of scrimmage when they snapped it, but she got away with it. And even with that, Gerardo, another 4-yard gain. She's going to come out now, going to need a little bit of a break. And Maka Kiela from Hilo, Hawaii checks in. So we'll see what the Spartans are going to do here. Hopefully Gerardo's all right and just think she needs a little break. That was 3 runs in a row there.
I needed a break when I got up here all the way to the top of these stairs.
Well, to be fair, that's about 100 yards going up the stairs to the press box here. And a pitch to Kiala, and Tess Bear met her in the backfield. So they're going to lose the 4 yards that Gerardo gained, plus maybe one more, 3rd and 11. Bear has been sitting on the snap count on the right side there, and she's been very quick to get in the backfield. Maybe a little quicker than the ball has been, but she seems to have timed it well. The linesman on that side, he's standing right there, so he knows more than me. Gerardo looks like she's getting some help with her helmet down there on the sideline. Meanwhile, Wansley in the shotgun here. Still 3 backs inside the line of scrimmage there. Wansley looks, flips it out wide to Pelham. Pelham's got to try to break that tackle, can't quite do it. Tess Bear again on the tackle. She's had a big series here. That's going to push the Spartans back. 4th down. 4th down, 13 yards to go at their own 49-yard line. Wansley's going to come out. Kennedy comes in. Looks like this is the punt team again for Seattle. I always feel like, when you've got the ball near midfield, that's kind of a great time for a fake kick. And you'd think this would be a great time to kind of open up your playbook and see what you can do. But I think Billy Kennedy's back to punt for Seattle, and I think she's going to be trying to get off her first punt of the year. This time the snap is short. She gets the kick off, and it's caught. About a 9-yard punt and no return. Number 4, Taylor Timms, with a nice catch. Just didn't fair catch it, but got a knee down. Meanwhile, there's a lot of laundry on the field here. And the penalty is going to be against Seattle. Let's see what the Shockwave are going to do here. The punt, their receiving team's coming off. It looks like they're going to decline the penalty and just take over at the 42-yard line, but we'll see. No, now they're saying they're going to take the penalty, I think. Yep, they're going to move Seattle back.
And have them kick again.
Yep. Illegal procedure. I'm not sure what illegal formation on the Spartans, so I'm not sure what the infraction was. Maybe too many players or too few on the line of scrimmage, sounds like. Early in the season, you got to punt and special teams plays. It's tough to execute some of this stuff. Kennedy is another challenge for the long snapper for Seattle here. And another flag. And let's see. I think they're calling illegal substitution on Seattle. So Seattle will have to pick their 11 now. And go backwards another 5 yards, do it again. So now you're looking at 4th down and 23. So probably not a great time for a fake kick. Kennedy once again. 3rd try here for the Seattle long snapper. And that one's a strike. And Kennedy got caught leaning back just a little bit, but she gets a nice roll. It'll go out of bounds right at midfield. So Portland, the Shockwave, will take over at the 50-yard line. 1st down. 17 seconds to go in the first quarter with Portland leading 7-0. And Seattle's defense will see if they can't get another aggressive stop. Their last series, they did a great job pushing Portland back. See if they can kind of repeat that success again. The Shockwave with that 15-yard touchdown drive, but they've had terrific field position all day long. Seattle really just needs to keep moving the ball. Another drive took about 3.5, 4 minutes for Seattle. So they did run some time off the clock and keep the ball out of Lexi Catton's hands and the Portland Shockwave offense. 2 wide on the left, 1 on the right. Looking for Timms, and she's got her. And they're going to rule that a catch now. Timms almost brought that down. Great tackle there. Sabrina McDonald broke that up. That's the 2nd time she's defended Timms when Timms had an opportunity to make a big gain. 2nd down and 10 there for the Shockwave. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Defensive substitution into the game. Charity Reed, the Tacoma, Washington native, checks in here. Catton back in the shotgun again. Receivers split out both sides. One back. Catton, delay handoff, and that's Petrie. Eludes a couple of tacklers on the delay, gains, I think they're going to give her 3 yards there, maybe 4. They're going, right now they're not really left foot, right foot. They're left foot and about 8 yards in front of the other guy, but I think they'll sort this out. Let's see. The Spartans were kind of getting lined up. Now
What do you got for the clock?
it looks like the quarter's run out. They ran the clock down. I'm not sure. That is the end of the first quarter. So Portland 7, Seattle nothing. At the end of the first quarter, we'll come back for 3rd down, and I think it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Portland after this.
It's a wonderful day at Kids Corner in Bothell, Washington. Come see us today and meet our loving teachers, which will provide your child with a full day of activities, including art, STEM, music, language, and more. With diapers, wipes, transportation, and meals included, it's a wonderful day at Kids Corner. Come see us today. Kids Corner in Bothell. Living Well Clinics located in Marysville and Monroe. Serving the Snohomish County area, a Seattle Spartans sponsor. Check them out today for massage, acupuncture, injury rehabilitation, and chiropractic. Living Well Clinics, a Seattle Spartans sponsor, helping you to live well. Check them out today, online or in.
And welcome back to Goddard Stadium for the second quarter of today's season opener for the Seattle Spartans. The Spartans trailing the Portland Shockwave here 7-0. Portland 3rd down and 7. My name's Dave Morris from College Athletic Advisor, here to talk you through today's WFA action, Women's Football Alliance. Lexi Catton back in the backfield here. Split wide, slot on the left. A little bit of a pick play, and it's intercepted. Catton's pass is picked off by none other than Ashley Gerardo. So for Seattle, it's been the Ashley Gerardo show over here. So she's had about 6 carries. She's got at least 35 yards rushing in the first quarter, and now she's got an interception on defense. 1st and 10 Seattle at the 38-yard line. Once again, the Spartans it will start possession with an opportunity, really pretty good field position and a chance to move the ball, see if they can't tie this thing up. LaShonda Wansley, 5'10" quarterback. Once again, very tight formation for Seattle. One receiver split out to the left. 2 tight ends on the left side, an I formation. There's the handoff to Gerardo, and she slips through the line and just got, she was almost to daylight there, but that's going to be another 9 yards for Gerardo. 2nd and 1 for the Spartans here. We'll see if Seattle opens up the playbook a little bit here. They got a down they could play around with a little bit. We'll see. It looks like going to stick with that I formation. First quarter was mostly a little bit of a wishbone. 3 backs in the backfield. Now I formation. Wansley pulls it away, and she's allegedly looking for Sabrina McDonald. I think she basically threw that one away. Smart play. 3rd down and 1 now for Seattle. And you'd think that everybody in the stadium is going to figure that this ball is going to be handed off to Ashley Gerardo. The only question is, are they going to pitch it or are they going to hand it off? And Sabrina McDonald checks in for Seattle here. even on 3rd and 1, Portland not showing, we'll see what happens here, but they're not showing a, kind of short yardage defense. Looks like they're just going to stay in that 3-down lineman, sort of 35 defense. With a yard to go. Seattle going to split everybody out wide on 3rd and 1. Wansley sends Pelham in motion. Hands off to Pelham. Little jet sweep. And the Shockwave set the edge pretty well, but Pelham cut that inside, got 2 yards, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for Seattle. Another first down as they've once again moved the ball pretty effectively. Pelham with the, I think that's her 3rd carry of the game. And it'll be first down for Seattle at the 49-yard line. As they look to keep this going, they're going to split the receiver out wide on the short side. So the wide side of the field here is wide open. There's going to be a cornerback or a safety blitz here, and they run away from it. Gerardo, that time they ran right at Tess Bear, and that's really, I think, not the right way to run. Portland, if you're going to attack this Portland defense, it seems like the smart play is to run not where Tess Bear happens to be standing.
Absolutely.
She's a force defensively. So Gerardo picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. And Sierra J is going to check in for the Spartans as Rachel Kilstrom runs off from Marysville, the Pilchuck grad there. Once again, Spartans split wide left. 3 backs in, a little bit of an inverted wishbone, and I think
hello.
Somebody started early there. Sullen Sakara Fisher, who's I think new this year. A little bit overeager, and that's going to move the Spartans back 5 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Spartans here at their own 45-yard line. We'll see what the Spartans can do here. Portland expects the same formation, and they're almost right this time. The Spartans split the tight end out wide here. When they split that end out, it forces Portland to defend the full width of the field. There's the pitch back to Gerardo. She gets in between 2 defenders. They trip her up, but she's picked up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 9. She at least gets the 5 yards back. So 3rd down and 9. And I don't have a 39 on my program here. I'm not sure who that is. Just came off for the Spartans, who split out on the right there. But the mysterious number 39 did a nice job. She, just by splitting out there, she forced Portland to defend the full width of the field, open up a little bit of a seam for Gerardo. Now McDonald goes in motion. Maka Kiala wide on the right. Another pitch, and they block Bear that time, and Gerardo diving forward. Looks like she's got the first down. They may have to measure this one. 11:26 to go in the 2nd quarter. And looks like they're going to call out a first down. No?
He pointed forward.
Yep. 1st and 10. Ashley Gerardo, 9 yards. That time, Seattle ran a little bit of a trap block, kicked out, and they did block Tess Bear, and that's what sprung Gerardo. Another handoff, and Gerardo picking her way through the crowd there, and she got another 6-7 yards. She's like an ATM machine. You walk up there, you put the card in, and stuff comes. You get some cash every time. You wonder where it's coming from sometimes. But there it is. Another 6 yards for Gerardo. And the Seattle this is the deepest they've been in Portland territory. 2nd down, 4 yards to go from the 35-yard line. They got to get to the 31 for a first down. They're going to put another, looks like another I formation, another tight set, I formation, split wide left to the short side. This time it's a handoff to Pelham, and she's going to power forward for a couple of yards, fall forward. Looks like she may have the first down. Boy, she worked really hard for that 4 yards, too. She got hit right at the line of scrimmage. And she had a little help from Maka Kiala. Picked up the 4 yards. 1st and 10 Spartans. Their 3rd first down of the drive. And referees are stopping the clock. I'm not sure what they're doing here.
What do you got for the clock?
It is 10 minutes exactly. I think we're going to have a zebra conference. I think they're going to say it's 2nd down or 3rd. What do they want to do here? Oh, they're saying it was short. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. They're going to say Pelham didn't quite get there. It's really 3rd down and, or officials guess, a couple of inches. I guess they didn't feel like measuring. Now Portland's going to stack their defense a little bit. Seattle's in that spread on 3rd and short, and little jet sweep to Gerardo, and that time she got blown up. Lyric Calhoun, the linebacker from Colorado State, got in there, and Gerardo ran that little jet sweep.
That was a pretty hard hit.
Yeah,
Boom.
and she got popped, and then Seattle took exception to that, and there's a flag down. We'll see what the call is here. Officials are pointing. I don't want to guess here. Let's see what the. No, I'm still not sure. They're not sure either. They're still talking. Let's see. The white hat guy's running the show here in the WFA. And I think he's going to say, I think it's an illegal, is it an illegal block? But he signaled first down. I'm very confused here. So it looks like they're going to say it was a first down and then a dead ball foul. Let's see. And everybody's backing way up. What do we got here?
Look like a personal foul.
Yeah, I think what they said is it's a first down. They gave Seattle the first down at the 30 and then called a personal foul for whatever that was, fighting, pushing, whatever, and that's a 15-yard penalty. So it's going to be first down for Seattle at the 45-yard line. And I think the Seattle coaches wanted to take a timeout here, 9:45 to go in the second quarter, to say, hey, keep your emotions in check a little bit. You know, you just got another first down, and then we went backward. We gained 10 yards, and we lost 15 just because we got excited. And let's see if we can't keep the yardage we get. For Seattle, though, the way they're running the ball, you got to figure as long as they don't have to make up the 15 yards to get a first down, you're in pretty good shape. And Ashley Gerardo looks like she still got all her body parts connected. I'm sure she was taking a little bit of a survey after that hit, but she looks like she's okay now and actually gets a timeout, drink of water. So she's all set. And LaShawna Wansley will get under center here. Portland stays kind of spread out here. Now they're going to tighten up because Seattle's they've got everybody in tight now. This is double tight ends, wishbone formation. A little bit of motion here. And there's the hand, a little counterplay to Gerardo, and she gets in a seam again. That's going to be a gain of 7. That'll be 2nd down and 3 at the 38-yard line. And if that sounds like, they're going to call it 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4, from the 39. And if that sounds really familiar, it is. They were just right here a second ago, and they got moved back. So kind of doing it over again. Once again, in tight, wishbone formation. Wansley under center. Another pitch, this time Gerardo again. She's got the outside. She's got one man to beat. And she gets knocked down by Taylor Timms. Not Taylor, I'm sorry. 85, Rosemarie Turner for the Shockwave is on the tackle there. And she get the first down. They're going to say no. So
and
third down.
she didn't get out of bounds either, did she?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, she got nope, not out of bounds. Clock's running, 8:30 to go. Less than a yard to go. Another pitch to Gerardo, and they split Bear, and she rides the block really well. Gets outside. She's got a lot of space. One player to beat, and Gerardo. I'm not sure whether that was as much of a tackle as Gerardo kind of getting exhausted. You know, you're sprinting out there. She's gaining yardage. She ran, you know, a long way. I think is that Stiltner who made the tackle there. Playing two ways for Portland. Not totally sure about the number there. But Gerardo got in between the corner and the linebacker there, found some daylight, and was off to the races. First down at the 16-yard line. So third down, and it was third and less than one. And Gerardo picked up 14. As Seattle gets into the red zone for the first time this season. 7:43 to go. And now they'll spread everything out. They've been keeping everything tight. Gerardo, the lone back. Maka in motion for the Spartans, gets the handoff. That coaches really like that jet sweep. You know, they send the slot player in motion.
That was a lot of motion for little result.
Yep, well, it was, you know, nice little 2-yard gain. It did two things that were really important, right? First of all, it was positive yardage. Second of all, it gave Gerardo a chance. She's going to need oxygen if they keep handing the ball to her every play here. Actually, she's off the field right now taking a break. You really wonder how long Seattle can afford to keep her on the bench. So LaShonda Wansley is going to step under center here. Wishbone. This time it's a flip to Nicole Pelham. She gets a good block. They seal the edge. She breaks a tackle, another tackle, and then goes down at the 9-yard line. So a 6-yard gain for Pelham. Going to set up third down and 6 or 7-yard gain. Let's see here where they're going to spot it. And they're going to, referee's going to walk around with the ball, my least favorite thing.
Oh, they stopped the clock?
Yep, they stopped the clock. 6:42 to go. They're still wandering around. If I was the Seattle coaching staff, I'd be saying, hey, let's figure this out here. I don't know if they think there's a penalty or they're having trouble with the spot. They're having a conversation. I think there's a flag down. Is there laundry on the field there on the left side?
Well, they're talking to Seattle, so it's probably against Portland.
Let's see. Decision time for the Spartans. Do you take the play or do you take the yards? Let's see. See if we get a signal here. Offsides on Portland. So they'll take the 5 yards. That'll put it back to the 9. So they give up a yard, but it's second down over again. So that's the way to go. And the best part of that delay from Seattle's standpoint is that gave Gerardo a chance to catch her breath, and now she's back on the field. Second down, 4 yards to go. Wipes the 6-yard gain for Pelham off the stat sheet, but they get the same yardage. So we're just inside the 10-yard line, 9-yard line, and now they're going to put it on the other hash mark. There's some serious inside referee football baseball here. Not sure what to call that. Wansley's going to take the snap here. Seattle's going to split a receiver out to the short side. Wishbone, inverted wishbone behind Wansley. Portland, everybody's in tight. And there's the handoff to Pelham. And she gets hit. Short gain, maybe 2 yards. And referee threw a flag in there really fast. See what the call is. Let's see. The call is holding against Seattle. And decision time for Portland. Did they take 3rd and 2, or are they going to move Seattle back? You'd think they'd move the Spartans back here. And they're having a chat here. Let's see what they decide to do. The Fighting Shockwave. They've been backed up into the red zone here for the first time today. Clock running. Good chance for the Seattle defense to catch his breath after a couple of big stops. And Seattle broke the huddle here. And it looked like Portland still hasn't made a decision on what they're going to. There they are. So it's a hold. They'll walk off the 10 yards. And it's going to be 2nd down and 14. Ball's at the 20-yard line, so still in the red zone here for the Spartans. Same inverted wishbone. One receiver split wide left. Portland coming from that side there. Gerardo cuts it back. And I think there's going to be a face mask. I think that time Tess Bear got a hand on her. Gerardo looked like she was going to get. Bear just stuck one hand out and stopped Gerardo, who looked like she was going to slide right through the line again, as she has all night long. Instead, holding penalty. Portland has decision time. I think they're going to decline this one. No? What are they doing? And the officials picked up the flag, and they're going to walk it off. So, nope. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 24 from the 30-yard line. Seattle, 2 holding penalties, and they're out of the, not only out of the red zone, but well out of field goal range. And they're going to spread things out now. 88, Sabrina McDonald in the backfield. Pelham in motion. There's the jet sweep. They're trying for a reverse, but Portland got in the backfield there, and Gerardo never had a chance. They kind of knocked Pelham into Gerardo, knocked them both over. That's one way to make a tackle. 3rd down, and Seattle needs to get to the 6-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 25 now for the Spartans. And as usual, there's just not a lot of stuff in your playbook for 3rd and 25, especially for Seattle, who's been really effective on the ground, which has made it, not all that important to throw the ball.
Well, how long have they had the ball?
Well, we're down to 4:55. So they've had the ball, since the 9-minute mark or something? Little handoff. This time Gerardo gets really nowhere. Portland was all over that one, and it's going to be 4th down at the 31-32. And this is a tough one in the in women's pro football. Seattle doesn't have a kicker who can hit a 50-yard field goal, so that's not on the table. You can punt, but you're only going to push Portland back 10 yards or 15 yards, so you might as well go for it. And I think that's what they're going to do here. Wansley's under center. I formation. One receiver split wide left. Ball's, right in the middle of the field here. Wansley handoff to Pelham. Pelham gets up the middle, and she gets pulled down from behind. I think that's Jennifer Reynolds on the tackle there. So 1st down, that'll be a 1st down for Portland. They'll take over on downs at the 28-yard line. Seattle ate up about 5 minutes of clock, had, I think, 5 first downs in that drive. That's a great drive for Seattle. They got about 60 yards, got inside the 10-yard line, and then unfortunately went in reverse there at the end. So Portland will take over. I think this is the worst field position Portland's had all day, taking over at the 28-yard line. So they've got a little bit of a long field here. If Seattle can just kind of stay on them, Catton, she's going to roll out. This is just a run, and she runs out of bounds at the 34. So gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Shockwave here. Catton stops the clock. 3:53 to go in the half. And here comes Portland again to the line of scrimmage. At least Summer Rose, the center, got to the line of scrimmage. Everybody else had a few more instructions, I guess. Portland sorts themselves out now. Slot right here, out of the shotgun. Catton handles the snap, long throw, and it's going to be intercepted. That's the Spartans ball right there. Catton threw that ball up for grabs. Timms did a great job fighting for it, but number 43, Sullivan Sequeira Fisher, had position for the Spartans, and it's going to be Spartan ball. 3:19 to go in the half, and the Seattle Spartans will get a first down, fresh set of downs at the Portland 47-yard line. So another short field possession for the Spartans here with a chance to tie this game up as Charity Reed checks in for Seattle. Tess Bear over on the right side there in that 34 defense for Portland. And you got Seattle wide receiver split out to the left. Maka Kiala split wide to the right. I formation behind Wansley. Bear blitzing, doesn't get there. Gerardo right up the middle, and she is met there by number 55, Jennifer Reynolds. Reynolds slipped the block, and that's a 1-yard gain for Gerardo, or 2-yard gain for Gerardo. Last couple runs for Seattle, they haven't been able to create the seams they were getting and the holes for Gerardo to run through. I think the jet sweep, Portland's kind of figured that out. It's time to kind of dig into the playbook here for Seattle. 2nd down and 8, the 45-yard line. Clock's running, 2:45 and counting here in the half. So if they're just going to try to run it in and they're going to need 3 plays to get 10 yards, their clock's starting to be a factor here. Wansley's got Pelham behind her. Spartans are trips wide left here. 3 receivers out wide. Looks like they're going to open things up. Wansley gets set. No, but it's a delay to Pelham. Pelham breaks 1 tackle, and that's about it. She's going to fall forward. She'll get a yard there. And we're going to get down to the 2-minute warning. I'm not sure. We'll find out what the WFA rules are about 2-minute warnings. And there's 2 minutes to go. It looks like the rule is the clock keeps running. So 2 minutes to go, and now less than that. Seattle 3rd down and 7. And this is where, for Seattle, you probably just want to let the clock run. If you get the first down, you can try to hurry things up from there. And if not, you really don't want to give Portland the ball back again. Wansley's going to be in the shotgun there. This time she's got Gerardo behind her. Receivers split wide on the left. Slot receiver and tight end split on the right. It's going to be an illegal formation penalty. Wansley looking to throw. She's got a receiver out there. And Maka Kiala couldn't come up with that, but there's a flag down. That's going to stop the clock with 1:19 to go. And the various officials are going to have a committee meeting here. Illegal procedure on the Spartans. So that's going to move the ball back 5 yards. I don't think Portland has an option on that one. Stop the clock. 1:19 to go. That'll bring up 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 12, I think. They're talking about it. Seattle's ready to go here. The referees are still chatting, so they're not going to let anybody snap any balls here. Wansley. She's got slot receivers on both sides. Four receivers set. Gerardo, the lone back in the shotgun here. And now Wansley's going to have a little chat with Maka Kiala. See if they can come up with a play to take advantage of the fighting Shockwave here. The Portland Shockwave defense has started to get the rhythm of what Seattle's doing, and they've had the Spartans firmly in reverse. Also, some inopportune penalties. I think Seattle's at about 65, 70 yards in penalties this half, which is, it's tough to overcome for a running team. Bear comes in unblocked. Wansley had Gerardo out there. They couldn't quite connect. That's going to stop the clock with 1:15 to go, and it's 4th down for Seattle. I think they're going to go for it here at the 49-yard line. But Seattle's offense has it all to do right now. They got to somehow come up with 12 yards in one chunk, and they've been really good at finding seams and little pitches and getting 7 or 8 yards at a pop, but I think it's tough to come up with that 10 or 12 yards. Now Pelham's back in the shotgun. Gerardo's up wide on the right in the receiver position here. Wansley looks, throws, can't quite connect. Sabrina McDonald, 5'9", sort of end/safety, has a lot of height. Couldn't quite come up with that one, and it's going to be first down with 1:09 to go for Portland. And number 63, Katrina Rooks, is limping off here. It looks like she twisted her ankle for Seattle. And that's going to bring on some substitutions. It'll be first down. McDonald's going to come in here a little bit late for Seattle. So you got 1:09 to go. Sort of a dangerous, this is a dangerous possession. Portland likes to throw anyway. And you've got Phaedra Caton lined up against a slot receiver here. Ashley Gerardo's back deep relatively for Seattle. A little bit of a pitch. And there she goes. That's 85. Rosemarie Turner. And she gets the first down. A little pitch and run. Kind of a screen pass. And then Turner split the defense. An 11-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Seattle 40. Timeout for Portland. They've got 2 left. 57 seconds to go in the second quarter. Portland's going to try to get a 2-score lead here. After Portland scored in the first quarter and had a pretty good field position advantage, second half's really been all Seattle. Seattle's been driving. The ball's been in Portland's half of the field. They don't have any points to show for it, and really important for Seattle to get a stop here and not let the Shockwave get in the end zone and stretch that lead during a quarter where really the Spartans have outplayed them. So we'll see. Here's the last minute instructions to Seattle, and they step back on the field. Looks like Gerardo and McDonald are going to play maybe 2 deep here. Because really, if you can just keep the ball in front of you, Portland's got 2 timeouts, but they haven't been able to create a lot of big gains. They've got to kind of chunk it, and if you can just make them take time, they don't have very much of it. So 57 seconds to go. 2 wide on the right, 1 receiver split wide left out of the shotgun. Catton under pressure throws. That one's up for grabs, and Rosemary Turner was kind of looking for that ball, but Sabrina McDonald had a beat on it, and I think Turner almost turned into the defender there. 2nd down and 10 for the Shockwave. Still 57 seconds left in the
That's a nice catch by the ref. Did you see that?
Yeah, a little one-handed catch.
A little one-handed grab out of the air there.
The other thing that was kind of now they just adjusted the clock down to 50 seconds. I think they forgot to start it. I was going to say that entire play took no time. That was pretty impressive. So 50 seconds to go in the half. 2nd down and 10. Once again, the shotgun. Catton comes back. Pressure. She's got a receiver open there. Catch is made. She's tackled immediately by Sabrina McDonald. And I think that catch, that's number 11, that's Alicia Stiltner. And they're going to call timeout again. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. 35 seconds to go in the half. That's a big play for Seattle. I mean, yes, it's a completion. Yes, it's a gain, but it's over the middle. So the clock's running. And forces Portland to take another timeout. Seattle going to talk this over here. It'd be great if they could get a stop on 3rd and 1, but it'd also be great if they can just keep the ball in front of them, make the clock run out. So not a ton of pressure to not allow a first down here. The big concern is don't allow a big play. The other thing I haven't said, there's a few names I haven't called so far today. Charity Reed, not much. Inez Cuevas. They've done a great job. The Seattle interior line, Sierra J, they've done a terrific job of really harrying and pressuring Portland. Portland, I formation, receiver split wide. They're going to throw. They've got a receiver. Catch is made, and that's Tess Bear. Did she fumble? No. So Tess Bear makes the catch and got a Spartan down. I think is that Nicole Pelham? I think she got landed on. That's going to stop the clock with 28 seconds to go. She's waving off. Billy Kennedy was coming in as a substitute, and now Pelham's going to come off. So Kennedy comes in.
I've seen her play with broken limbs.
Yeah, Pelham is one tough customer. She runs the Spartans, and she is a tough customer. Clock's running, 24 seconds to go. That's a big gain, 16-yard line here. The Spartans really need to get a stop. Long pass, wide open receiver. And I think Rosemary Turner was going to start running at it. She was thinking about running into the end zone and maybe spiking the football before she had it. And ended up not quite coming up with it. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 19 seconds to go in the half. Lexi Catton's going to stay in the shotgun here. Seattle steps up. That time, Turner did get in behind the Seattle defense. High snap. Catton gets it. She's got a receiver. This time Rosemary Turner does come up with it. And with 6 seconds left in the half, Portland, after really being stuck in their own end of the field the entire second quarter, drives down the field and scores their second touchdown of the game. 13-0 Portland as they go for the extra point here. A really tough break for Seattle there. Give up that drive right at the end of the half. So Tess Bear gets ready to kick the extra point. And Portland, they had 10, now they've got 11. And they'll snap this. And Bear's kick, I can't tell, is good. And there's a lot of whistling and a flag down. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be on Seattle. Offsides, yep. Offsides on Seattle, penalties declined. So 14-0 Portland. They'll kick off with 6 seconds to go. Seattle, you really want to keep it to one score here going into halftime, and that's a tough break. Portland's going to go into the half feeling pretty good. They've just driven down the field, and it's time for Seattle here. If they can cover this, they just need to recover this kick, and if they can get a big return, that'd be great. But mostly, you just want to get out of the half clean at this point.
Boy, I tell you, I thought that Seattle had really stepped it up there, and they had the ball for like the majority of the second quarter.
Oh, I think it was great. It was a great quarter for Seattle. They had the ball, they moved it on the ground, they've been effective. They looked really good defensively. They got caught. It's tough when you're playing man and you're playing press coverage. If one person gets beat, there's just not a lot of help. And so I can see why it's tough. You can play like a 3 deep. I went to University of Michigan, and Michigan defense is all about playing a 3 deep zone and make it happen in front of you. But playing zone takes a lot of practice, and so I can see where the attraction would be to, we're going to press and try to prevent completions, and you don't want to get in situations where you're trying to worry about people in the backfield, But that's the price that you pay. Is if somebody gets beat, there's not a lot of help there. So for Seattle on that one, that was Lexi Catton found that spot on that left side. She couldn't get it the first time of asking. Here's another really late substitution or player coming in. Seattle's getting these penalties for illegal this and that, and I don't think there's been a penalty on Portland. And that's really offsides. That's not, you can't just run up there and pretend you're Lucy and Charlie Brown there. Like, that's not, referees are going to let it go, but All right, let's see what happens now. Tess Bear looks on both sides, decides she likes the team that she's got on the field, and there's the kick, popped it up, and Seattle falls on it. That's a really tough kickoff to handle, actually, short in the air like that. That's your up players, and if they don't handle that ball cleanly, as we've already seen, Portland's got athletes who can jump on it. So they've reset the clock, so 9 seconds left in the half here. Seattle, as Nicole Pelham comes out, and I think that's Lauren Blazer is going to come in at quarterback, or at least in the backfield. Number 11, the Tosa East product from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, steps onto the field. Ball at the 49-yard line. Yep, looks like Blazer's going to step in at quarterback. I formation, one receiver split wide left. And they're going to go with the handoff to Gerardo. That's a good play. And she's going to get tackled for about a 4-yard gain. That'll end the half. So we go to halftime. 14-0. The Portland Fighting Shockwaves, the visitors, up 14-0 on your hometown Seattle Spartans. My name is Dave Morris. We'll be back after this.
It's a wonderful day at Kids Corner in Bothell, Washington. Come see us today and meet our loving teachers, which will provide your child with a full day of activities, including art, STEM, music, language, and more. With diapers, wipes, transportation, and meals included, it's a wonderful day at Kids Corner. Come see us today. Kids Corner Living Well Clinics located in Marysville and Monroe. Serving the Snohomish County area, a Seattle Spartans sponsor. Check them out today for massage, acupuncture, injury rehabilitation, and chiropractic. Living Well Clinics, a Seattle Spartans sponsor, helping you to live well. Check them out today, online or in
Welcome back to Goddard Stadium here at Mariner High School. My name is Dave Morris, College Athletic Advisor, here on STSPN, bringing you the Seattle Spartans Women's Football Alliance Women's Pro Football match. It is 14-0, the Portland Shockwave, with their second touchdown of the game. 6 seconds left in the first half, and Seattle, I think, is going to receive the kickoff here, so they've got a chance to come back a little bit. But they're going to need to stay clean on offense. they've moved the ball on the ground really effectively in the first half. Just need to try to reduce the penalties. I think they had about 80 yards in penalties in the first half, and that's tough to overcome. That's a lot of yardage, especially if you're a running team, to try to make up. They did a great job, and for the second year in a row, right before halftime, Portland was able to score and stretch their lead. So we can see the Spartans warming up on the near side here. It's Rachel Kilstrom. Gets a little last-minute instruction from the coaches here right at the 50-yard line. And it's going to be number 14, Billy Kennedy, back deep for Seattle here, as they'll be receiving the kickoff as soon as the Portland Fighting Shockwave take the field to kick off. It's going to be, I believe, Tess Bear to take the kick. She's been really effective just popping up the kickoffs, and puts a lot of pressure on Seattle. If you gotta field those little pooch kicks cleanly, and you got up players blocking players. As the coaches line up they're going to need to line the Spartans up about 10 yards further upfield here. And Bear gets ready to take this kickoff. She's got to direct some traffic, make sure they got everybody where they need to be. And the referee isn't going to let them kick it quite yet as we get ready for the third quarter. Oh, we're waiting for the chain crew. The announcement comes out. So the chain gang, evidently, chain gang didn't get delivered yet for the second half. I don't know if they're changing them out. Here they come, I think. No, not yet. So they'll get there. And we're going to get started, and they'll figure the chain gang thing out here. The chain gang, they're getting sorted now. Referee's got his hand up. And we're ready to go. Needed the guy to actually pick the thing up. Okay. Tess Bear here, ready to kick off. At the end of the half, she went with kind of a fake the first time. We'll see what she does this time. And she'll pop another one up, end over end. Goes over one Seattle player, where it's picked up by Ashley Gerardo. And her knee touched the ground as she was picking it up, so that's going to kill that play. Seattle takes over at the 36-yard line. Decent field position for the Spartans, their first drive of the second half. Looking to overcome that 14-point lead. We'll see. It's going to be LaShonda Wansley back in at quarterback for the Spartans. Lauren Blazer came in for that last play of the half. There's Phaedra Caton coming out a little bit late there as the officials get a ball out to the spot here. Going to go on the far hash mark, 36-yard line. And here come the Spartans.
I don't think that matches up quite with where the ball is.
Well, I formation, receiver split wide left on the short side. Spartans are overloaded on this side, that 34 defense. There's the delay, Pelham, and she is met. She got about 2 yards before she ran into Lyric Calhoun. Lyric Calhoun only has a couple tackles, but her tackles tend to be noteworthy. She gets some force on there. 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans. They've definitely depended on the run here. Wansley looks comfortable distributing the ball, but I don't know about her arm to go deep. Another handoff. Pelham again up the middle. This time she finds a crease. And she looks like she's got about 6 there. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Spartans. And the Spartans also, they're going to keep running that short side. 3rd and a long 2. She's got the full 2 yards to go here. Portland staying in there. They're going to rotate a couple players. Number 72, Ari Taylor, comes out. Seattle once again, I formation, split wide left. And here comes the snap. Hand off to Pelham again, and she gets in between a couple players and got pulled down there. Number 4, Taylor Timms, got Pelham's jersey and hung on just enough. Pelham could have slipped through that. I'm not sure there was a whole lot to stop her past that. That's going to bring up a first down. So once again, Seattle, you know, it's old-fashioned 3 yards in a cloud of dust football, but it's another first down. 13:33 to go in the third quarter. Wansley, this time she's got the sole back there. Pelham's out wide right. There's, I think that's Gerardo on the jet sweep. Goes in motion. She's got 9 yards before the Shockwave can pull her down. And Alicia Stiltner, number 11, is at the bottom of that pile, a little slow getting up. Oh, they're going to give her 10 and another first down. Gerardo on that jet sweep. Seattle, when they spread the field, it puts a lot of pressure on that 34 defense for the Shockwave, and they've at times struggled to make a play there. Once again, Sabrina McDonald's the lone back. Here's Gerardo in motion. There's the block. And this time the Shockwave, number 55, Jennifer Reynolds, slid down the line to make the play on Gerardo. She's going to have, well, they're going to give her 2 or 3. They're going to give her 2. So second down and 8. But Seattle's also moved the ball from the left hash mark to the right, so kind of changed things a little bit. Back into the game, number 53, Kelly Wicker for Portland on the line there. Bears on the short side again. She really likes to sit on that short side, try to penetrate. Portland, a lot of pressure out of the 34. Handoff to Pelham. She gets around that first lineman. Good surge from Seattle, pushing the Portland 34 defense back. And Pelham's going to have 3 or 4 yards, depending on the spot here. It looks like 4. As the lines disentangle here. That gets the ball down to the 38-yard line, so 3rd and 5 for the Spartans. And is there a timeout? Timeout, Portland. So looks like Seattle forced Portland into some kind of a confusing situation. The coaches wanted to talk about it. So they have to burn a timeout here. 11:49 to go in the first half. And Seattle, once again, you know, they've run 6 plays so far. They've got 2 first downs already. Driving down the field here, 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down and 5. Seattle can get off the mark here and get a touchdown. That really changes the game, the complexion of the game a little bit. While we're waiting, we'd like to thank the local Seattle Spartans local sponsors, the NeuroStim TMS Centers, Hope Healing and Health, Arena Sports, Velocity, and Kids Corner Daycare. Also, we'd like to thank the Women's Football Alliance national sponsors, Sport Decals, Glazer Clinics, KT Tape, Prismatic Solutions, 11 Sports, Secret, Zenith, Wilson, Team Builder, and Coors Light. Portland's going to come out of the timeout here. Seattle's got receiver split wide on the left. Inverted wishbone here. 3 backs behind Wansley. Seattle creeping in for a corner blitz. There's the pitch to Gerardo. She's got 1 player to beat if she can. She does, but the Shockwave player slowed her down just enough, and that gave Taylor Timms time to come up from her corner position and lay the wood on Gerardo. That's going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to say she lost a yard there. So 4th down and 6 for the Spartans. A little bit of a slow developing play there, and it looks like Portland kind of jumped it. They've got their linebackers are really active out of the 34, and then the corners can be active too because they've got 2 safeties. Solon Sakura Fisher, wide on the left. She's split out again to the short side. I formation behind Wansley here on 4th down. The Spartans look to convert. There's the handoff. Pelham up the middle. She looks like she's going to come up a little bit short. She gets down about the 37, but she needed to get to the 33. And Portland's going to take over on downs. 10:49 to go in the third quarter. And Portland's going to take over for the first time this half. Seattle, once again, they grind out a couple of first downs, but can't quite keep things running. And it's 1st and 10 for the Shockwave, and quarterback Lexi Catton going the other way here. Seattle, a lot of contrast. You know, you've got Portland playing that 34 with a couple of deep safeties. Meanwhile, Seattle, they make changes and they adjust a little bit, but they really like to stay in that 4-3 and just play press coverage, man, one high. Ashley Gerardo, the free safety. Portland sends number 85, Rosemary Turner, in motion. They have a little bit of a mismatch on that side. Catton looks back to her left, and I think everybody had their signals crossed there, as Sullen Sakara Fisher probably had the best chance for Seattle there at that ball. And the Spartans have ball hawked Lexi Catton. You know, they've got 2 interceptions already. They've made it hard for Portland, but they're going to have to find a way to consistently move the football and get some stops here, keep the ball out of Portland, the Shockwave offense's hands. Catton under center here, one back. Got a slot receiver wide on the right. Catton rolls right. Looks like a design rollout, little pitch. Option, and Petrie just twinkle toes down the sideline. Let's see where she stepped out of bounds. They're going to say the 48-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Portland, as Holly Petrie took that very late pitch from Lexi Catton and just tiptoed down the sideline for a first down. Big play for the Shockwave, and it's 1st and 10. 10:22 to go and counting here in the third quarter. Catton under center again, same formation. Slot receivers on both sides, single back in the backfield here. And there's the handoff to Petrie, and she tried to go over the middle. Seattle's just their run defense in the heart of that interior line. Portland has had very little success there so far today. Petrie picked up a yard that time. Nicole Pelham on the tackle as well. So Portland goes back to the drawing board here, 2nd down and 9. Clock running, under 10 minutes, 9:36 to go in the third quarter. Portland's done a good job mixing up formations too. They'll show up, they'll go 4 wide, slot receivers on both sides. They'll do trips, they'll put 3 receivers on a side. This time Catton's all by herself, empty backfield in the shotgun. Looks up, there's the throw. She's got a receiver if she can find her. She does. She's behind the Seattle defense. Big tackle there. London Hester Williams with a big tackle on number 11, Alicia Stiltner. Went down the seam there. And it's going to be first down for Portland at the 22-yard line. Big gain. And first down for Portland. They're pushing Seattle back on this drive. And once again, you know, when you're pressed up, you just can't let those receivers get behind you. Ashley Gerardo, the lone safety. You know, she's got 4 receivers coming down the field, and she's got to figure out how to keep all of them in front of her. It's a tough assignment. And there, that pass was short. Portland, Tess Bear was looking at a referee hoping for a bailout call, some kind of pass interference thing, but that ball was well short, even though the Seattle defender never did turn around. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Portland. Ball's on the near hash mark of the 22-yard line. Portland's pretty much restricted themselves to trying to throw the football. Occasional running plays, try to keep Seattle honest. Haven't really generated a lot of offense, but they've been able to get behind the Seattle players on those one-on-ones on the outside. Just as I say that, a handoff to Stiltner. She bounces it outside. Gerardo can't come up with the tackle, but she does slow her down, and she gets finished off there by Phaedra Caton. That'll bring up 3rd down and I think 5. 4? Nope, they're going to give her another yard. They'll give her 6. 3rd down and 4. Oh, 3rd and 5, says the announcer, although it's 3rd and 4. We got the ball on the 16, need to get to the 12 for a 1st down. So 3rd down and 4 for Portland. I formation. Receivers split wide on both sides for the Shockwave. There's the handoff to Petrie. A little bit of delay. And she goes right over Gerardo for the 1st down there. She's just that's a lot of force running downhill in between the tackles. 1st down. I think they can get a 1st down. Nope, looks like 1st and goal at the 10 for the Portland Fighting Shockwave. So Seattle in their own red zone here. 2nd drive in a row for Portland getting in the red zone. Last one, they got 7 points right before the half. And now they're at the 10-yard line looking to really put Seattle in trouble here. Throw over the middle, overthrown. Catton missed Rosemary Turner, and Ashley Gerardo had the best play there. She could have come up with that interception. That would have stopped the drive. But she couldn't quite come up with it. 2nd down and 10 for Portland as they try to come up with a play here. The other thing about playing man is, you got to worry about people getting behind you, but as you get deeper in your own end, there's just not as much room to exploit behind you, and that man defense gets that much tougher. Pelham steps up here in the gaps on the stunt blitz. There's the throw from Catton, and it's trapped by, I can't tell who that is. I want to say it's Tess Bear, but I think it's Petrie. So Holly Petrie thought maybe she caught that, but the referee said nope, she fell on it. So that's another incompletion. 3rd down and 10. Big chance for Seattle here to get a stop. If they can keep Portland out of the end zone here, this is a big series for them. Catton under some pressure. She's going to roll right. She's directing traffic. I think she's just going to head for the flag. She goes out of bounds at about the 4. So a 6-yard gain, maybe 7. See where the referee keeps walking towards the goal line here. He started at the 4, now he's at the 3, and now they're going to be inside the 3? No, they're going to put it at the 3-yard line. 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line. Portland, you'd think, would go for it here, but Tess Bear could hit a field goal as well, so we'll see. No, they're going to go for it. Seattle bunched up, I formation, receivers out wide. Big play here. There's the handoff to Petrie. She's in a lot of trouble, and that's not going to go anywhere. Loss of 5, maybe 6 on the play, and it's going to be 1st down for Seattle. The Spartans hold on 4th down, deep in the red zone here, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Seattle, going the other way. 1st down at the 8-yard line. 6:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Seattle gets the ball back here. One of the things about being ground-based is Seattle really has dominated time of possession. That was a ball, yeah.
I saw my peripheral.
Our engineers thought, hey, there's a penalty on that? Is there a flag down?
What
No. That's a tough spot. Seattle knocked the ball carrier back. Petrie was at the 8-yard line. Referees looked like they had spotted it at the 8, and now Seattle comes out and it's actually at the 6. Not a huge difference, but when you're that deep, you really like those extra 2 yards. I formation, there's the pitch to Gerardo. She's got a seam. She finds it, breaks out, gets to the 16-yard line. Good start again for Seattle. Seems to the thing that's where that's a 1st down. They're going to give her the 1st down at the 16. 10-yard gain for Gerardo. Gets Seattle a little breathing room outside of the shadow of their own goalposts. And really, Seattle, they're running that their offense has really been, let's see what we can get out of Ashley Gerardo so far. She's been the catalyst for a lot of the things that have gone well. Pelham, the other running back, has been effective as well. She's the lone back. Gerardo splits wide left. McDonald in motion. Little counterplay. That's Nicole Pelham. Nikki Pelham gets about a yard on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 9, and she's going to stay on the ground this time. She's a pretty tough character. If she's staying on the ground, that's not a good sign. That's not Jim Brown who's going to get up slowly. She doesn't want to sit down. So we've got an injury timeout on the field.
That's Pelham?
That's Pelham who's down on the tackle there. Gained a yard. Hopefully it's just that she got the wind knocked out of her. It looks like they're playing around with her legs a little bit, maybe an ankle, but that's not how you sit if they're going to mess with your knees. So she's in pretty good shape, I'd say. While the trainers tend to Nicole Pelham, let's talk about a couple Spartan sponsors. Dr. Adam Heck of Hogan Chiropractic in Everett, sports treatment, wrist injury, and auto accident care. Also, have you ever thought of being a mascot? The Spartans are in search of 3 devoted fans to don armor and become the Seattle Spartan mascots. Contact the team today through the team website, Women's Football Alliance.
Oh, she's not moving it.
No, she didn't really want to roll over. I don't like how that looks. That's not the good news. Is that's not how you move when you blow out your knee. So that's good. But it looks like, if I had to guess, I'd say she sprained her ankle. But she's going to be out for a few plays here at the minimum. That'll restart the clock. Yeah, I don't think that's a cramp. I think she twisted her ankle. The good news is it may not be as bad as it looks. High formation behind Wansley here. Once again for the Spartans, 2nd down and 9. Little toss sweep to Gerardo. She gets tackled up high by Bear at first, and then a couple other Portland Fighting Shockwave players finish her off. It's going to be a loss of 2 or 3 here. Yep, loss of 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 12. Pelham gained a yard, and then while she was down, they moved the ball back and decided she didn't gain any yards. So now, loss of 2, and it's 3rd down and 12. Seattle really needs to get a chunk play here and get a first down. Their best chance to get out, get some field position is just to move it with their offense. Once again, I formation, 1 receiver split wide. And Spartans are going to get 5 yards there because Portland, they had some extra bodies on the field. They're at 12 or 13. Not everybody made it off the field in time, so that'll change things. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Should be 3rd and 7. It was 3rd and 12. You gained 5. Should be 3rd and 7. Looks a lot like 3rd and 8 to me, given where the ball's been placed. Maybe not. We'll call it 7. Once again, 1 receiver split wide left. Safety blitz coming up. There's the handoff to Gerardo. She goes through a block. She's got to the outside. Big tackle by Taylor Timms, the safety. She was one-on-one with Gerardo and couldn't afford to miss. But Gerardo gets the first down. So a big penalty. The Shockwave a little slow to get off the field. I think that's their first penalty of the game. And Seattle made them pay for it. 1st and 10 at their 29-yard line. 3:39 to go, 3:38 in the 3rd quarter. Seattle really needs to convert one of these drives because it takes them a lot of time. You know, when you're running the ball and you're chunking out yards in 3s and 5s, it takes time to drive down the field. Gerardo gets around Bear. Bear got off the block, though, and made the tackle. Gerardo gets 2 or 3 there, I think 3. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Well, maybe 2nd and 8. Let's see. Yeah, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Spartans. Scoreboard, there we go. They corrected it. And once again, Sequoia Fisher is going to stay out wide on the left here, split on the short side. 2 tight ends on the right. Bear tries to blitz, inside handoff, makes her kind of irrelevant. Gerardo got stripped by Timms. She had about a 7 or 8 yard gain, got stripped, had to come back and get the ball. In the end, it's going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain. That'll bring up third and about 5. I think they're going to call it 3 yard gain. Oh, nope, they're going to give her 2, 3rd and 6. She got stripped there. Taylor Timms has been kind of the defensive MVP for the Shockwave on this drive. Big tackle on Gerardo on 3rd down. And then getting the strip, forcing the fumble, moving the play back there. There's the jet sweep, fumble, bounces up, picked up Maka Kiala, about 2 yards there. That was a little bit of an adventure of a jet sweep. She cut that inside. Luckily, the ball bounced right back up to her. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4 for the Spartans at their 35-yard line. You'd think they're going to go for it. I don't see Kennedy's not coming on to take the punt, so I'm assuming the Spartans are going to go for this. 4th down, 4 yards to go. Everybody's in tight for Seattle. Portland brings Timms back in. She was dropping deep. Wishbone, 2 tight ends. There's the pitch. Gerardo dodges 1 tackle. She's going to be stopped just short. Needed 4, and I think she got 3. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Portland Shockwave at the Seattle 38-yard line. Once again, some pressure on the Spartan defense, which has been pretty consistent and done a good job, coming up and meeting the challenge. It's also tough to be any defense in football when you're not scoring on offense. Eventually, it's pretty tough to hold the other team to 0 as well. Minute 8 to go in the 3rd quarter. Portland 14 points, Spartans nothing. And the Fighting Shockwave take possession at the 38 of Seattle. Once again, press coverage on the outside, man-to-man. 1 safety high for Seattle. Catton fakes handoff. Now she goes back out to, I think that's Stiltner. And Stiltner guts out a run for about 8. Bring up 2nd down and 2. A little bit of a misdirection counterplay there. And one of the few times Portland's been able to get yardage between the tackles on a running play.
Well, Seattle has certainly won the clock battle so far.
Yeah, it's important too, right? When they can get 3 first downs before they turn the ball over, I mean, that still keeps Portland off the field. But after a while, if you're down 14 points,
yeah, that's right.
You got
points is what matters.
Yeah, you're taking a lot of time, but also Portland's more of a quick strike offense. They're going to throw more. Catton back in the shotgun again. Petrie in the backfield with her. She's just looking to the left side there. She's got a receiver, and that's going to be a touchdown. As Rosemary Turner, and there's a flag. This one's looks like it's going to come back. Nope. It's a penalty on there. It's going to be a flag on Seattle. And a 30-yard holding on the defense. That's declined, and it's a touchdown. Lexi Catton to Rosemary Turner. 30-yard touchdown pass down that left side. And Lexi Catton never had any. She just stared that play right down. I mean, she never turned her head or anything. Just took the snap, looked right at her. Turner got 2 steps behind the coverage there, and she was gone. And that's the hard part when you're playing man. You just can't let somebody get behind you. Now Tess Bear, that extra point's going to come up a little short. 20, Portland Shockwave 20, Seattle Spartans nothing. 12 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Seattle will be receiving the kickoff here. And they're looking at needing to open up the playbook here, down 3 scores. "12 seconds left in the third quarter here. And be interesting to see how Seattle responds here, as Wansley and Blazer conferred there on a couple plays. Wansley's looking at her wristband. Seattle getting ready here. They need one more player on that 45-yard line. It's going to be Charity Reed stepping up over there. Portland having a special teams chit-chat. Referees are looking at them. And they blow the whistle, saying you're either going to call timeout or you got to get out here and play the game. Blazer and Makakiala are warming up back there. And LaShondra Wansley has her helmet off. I think we've got a relief pitcher coming in for Seattle. I think Lauren Blazer is going to step on, and the Tosa East graduate's going to take over a quarterback for the Spartans on this drive. So a little bit of a change here. Probably signals Seattle going to more of an air attack and a little bit less on the ground. But we'll see. Tess Bear ready to kick off, surveying the situation here. She's got 5 on each side, so she's got the right number of players. Here comes the kick. End over end. Gets that up there. Clean catch. Here comes. So Sue Ellen Sakara Fisher, nice grab on that one, and she returns it to the 46-yard line, where it's first down for Seattle in Portland territory. Great starting position. Great time for Seattle to lay down a marker. It's going to be there. End up marking at the 47. And Makakiala comes back out a little bit late here. We do have a new quarterback, Lauren Blazer, for the Spartans. Come out. She's got one play here in the third quarter. If they can get this off, they're going to start the clock. Same thing, I formation. One receiver out, handoff. And there's the handoff to Gerardo. She gets 3 or 4 yards before she's met and pushed back by a group of fighting Shockwave players. And that's going to end the third quarter. Portland 20-0 up on the Seattle Spartans as we enter the fourth quarter. Switch sides. We're going to stay here. Nope, we're going. We'll be back after this.
It's a wonderful day at Kids Corner in Bothell, Washington. Come see us today and meet our loving teachers, which will provide your child with a full day of activities, including art, STEM, music, language, and more. With diapers, wipes, transportation, and meals included, it's a wonderful day at Kids Corner. Come see us today. Kids Corner. Living Well Clinics, located in Marysville and Monroe. Serving the Snohomish County area, a Seattle Spartans sponsor. Check them out today for massage, acupuncture, injury rehabilitation, and chiropractic. Living Well Clinics, a Seattle Spartans sponsor, helping you to live well. Check them out today, online or...
And welcome back to Goddard Stadium. My name's Dave Morris, College Athletic Advisor here on STSPN, bringing you the Women's Football Association Seattle Spartans hosting the Portland Fighting Shockwave. As we start the fourth quarter in our season opener for 2022, the Fighting Shockwave lead the hometown Spartans 20-0. The Spartans second down and 7 at the 43-yard line. Looking to get on the board for the first time in 2022. Blazer hands off to Gerardo. She goes up the middle. She picks up a couple of yards. That'll bring up third down and 4. So gain of 2 on the play. And Seattle sticking with the ground game here. Seattle comes to the line. Sakura Fisher, split wide on the left, I formation behind Lauren Blazer. Seattle's second quarterback of the game. Another handoff. Gerardo, a little bit of an ankle tackle there. She was headed for daylight, but Tessa Bear, who's been the Portland Shockwave top tackler, got her ankles and stopped her short. It's going to be 4th down and 1 for Seattle at the 38-yard line. Need to get to the 37 for a first down here. Clock running, 13:56 to go. Seattle needs to score here relatively quickly and work on getting the ball back. Fisher wide left, I formation. 4th and short, everybody's stacked at the line. Little pitch out to Gerardo. She dodges the tackle, breaks a tackle. Once again, it's Taylor Timms, the free safety, has to make the play there. 8-yard gain for Gerardo. First down, Seattle. And down, she did get tackled on the field, so the clock's running. 13:27 to go. First down at the Portland 30 for Seattle. For Seattle, really, they just need to stay clean. You know, no penalties. Keep moving the ball plus yardage, even if it's only a yard or two on a run. And Portland really hasn't had an answer for that. It's been Seattle stopping itself. There's the handoff. Gerardo breaks through, gets 5 or 6 really good push from the Seattle offensive line. Pushed Portland way back. Gerardo got through about 7 yards, really almost 8, and then was met with some force by the Portland defense. Knocked backwards, going to bring up 2nd down and 3. 12:42 to go in the game here. Wishbone, one player split out wide. Another handoff to Gerardo. This time, she's not going anywhere. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Spartans. Referee getting ready to. So 3rd down and 3, no gain on that one. And Seattle goes back to the drawing board. Need 3 yards to move the sticks here. Once again, Fisher out wide. 3 backs behind Blazer there in the backfield. There's the handoff to Gerardo. Once again, she just picking through the blockers, and she's got 4 yards and another first down. Looks like that's going to stop the clock. And it's a first down. Nope, not going to stop the clock, but it's a first down. Seattle gets another 10 yards. Ball's at the 20-yard line here.
And Portland's stacking the box, so, you know, they know what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the tricky part. Seattle's offensive line, you got to be encouraged. Like, Portland stacks the box, and Seattle's getting a great push. There's these big seams for Gerardo, and she just kind of pinballs through those holes as she chews up another 6 yards.
I think that's a statement to her athleticism.
Absolutely. She's been terrific. I mean, when she gets the ball, you figure you're going to be in plus yardage. And she's taken a couple of pretty big hits. As we get down to the 11-minute mark, and the Spartans chewing up some time, but also chewing up yardage. 2nd and 4. Same thing, 3 backs. There's Gerardo running behind a couple up backs, and this time 51. Lyle Calhoun got in between the blocks and was able to stuff that run a little bit. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Spartans. Calhoun has to come off after that. She comes off a little worse for the wear. I think she's all right. Meanwhile, Pelham sitting on the bench with her helmet off. Not a really great sign. High formation. Portland's really stacked in there. Another pitch. Gerardo looking to try to get through there and got caught from behind by, I believe that's Tess Bear. Won't know till she gets up. Nope. She got caught from behind by number 30, Tammy Johnson. First time I've called her name today. So Johnson with the tackle. Now it's 4th down and 5 for Seattle. They'll call timeout, talk about it. 9:42 to go in the game, or at least in regulation. And Seattle with a big play here. So they need 5 yards to keep things moving. So we'll see what they come up with here. They've been really effective, but as they continue to run, and really it's the Ashley Gerardo show right now with Pelham out, you know, Portland can just key on that. Seattle's going to have to throw the ball to break up. I mean, you just keep adding more and more people to the box. It gets tougher and tougher. So we'll see what they kind of come up with. But first thing they got to do is pick up this 5. It's a long 5.5 yards here. They've got to get just inside like the 9.5 yard line for a first down. And this is where it gets tough. But once again, this is Seattle's 3rd trip to the red zone this game. And it's really important that they convert one of these. And a change at quarterback. LaShonda Wansley's going to come back out here. Lauren Blazer started the 4th quarter. And now Wansley's back in. She's got Kara Fisher wide left. Looks like Seattle's going to go to the shotgun. 2 tight ends and a split end there. Interesting formation. Blitz. Got a receiver. It's Ashley. No, it's not Ashley Gerardo. It's Sabrina McDonald with the catch. I think that's Seattle's first completion of the game right there. Wansley comes off the bench. And a 9-yard pass play. Coaches are celebrating on the sideline. Yeah, Wansley, she just looked up. You know, she's been a little tentative trying to really place balls, and that time she just stepped up and threw it, and she fired a strike into some traffic. McDonald with the catch. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. And there's the pitch to Gerardo, and she's in big trouble. And down she goes at the 15. Loss of 7, at least 6 on the play. Maybe they'll give her the 14. But Portland sniffed that one out. And Gerardo, if that had been a forward pass, she would have knocked it down and been better off. Unfortunately, it was lateral. She had to catch it. And she had nowhere to go. She was lucky the Shockwave didn't get there a little quicker and intercept the pitch. So that'll bring up 2nd down and goal at the 13-yard line. So a good spot for Seattle on that one. Wansley back under center. Gerardo behind 2 up-backs. There's the handoff. Gerardo finds a hole. Timms tried to run in there and strip her. She didn't. Gerardo hung on to the ball. Got back to the 11-yard line, but now you're 3rd or 12. 3rd down and goal at the 11. So it's always tough when it's 3rd and goal, more than 10 to go. So once again, some pressure on LaShonda Wansley. Trying to do something creative here and pick up some yardage. Clock's still running. 8 minutes to go in regulation here. So this is a 7+ minute drive. They've eaten 7 minutes of the 4th quarter. Gerardo in motion. There's the jet sweep and a reverse. And that's Billy Kennedy. One of her first carries of the game. She got to the 9-yard line, so not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down and goal from the 9-yard line for Seattle. No evidence they're going to do anything but try to score a touchdown here. So 4th and 9. Spartans are going to go for it. Seattle trying to come up with a play here. Portland still in that 34 defense, just waiting for him. This is a big play right here. You need all 9 yards. 4th and goal. The Spartans once again. 2 tight ends. Receiver split wide. There's a throw. She's got a receiver. McDonald. They're going to give it to her. It's a catch. And then it's going to be they're not going to rule a touchdown. They're going to rule the balls down inside of the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Portland inside their own 1-yard line. as Seattle turns it over on downs.
That was so close.
From where I'm sitting, I don't think McDonald got there, but the referee, the official on the far side, was supposed to be even with her to know whether she broke the plane, and he had not moved. He was still at the 5-yard line. So he and I are both guessing. Nobody really knows whether that was a touchdown or not. They rule no, and Portland's going to take over on down. 6:57 to go. And Seattle, the other thing is, if you turn it over at the 9-yard line, Portland can do some things. Inside their own 1-yard line, given the strength of the Spartan defensive and offensive fronts, this is a pretty good position for the Spartans to be in. I mean, it's not as good as getting it in the end zone, but and in fact, Portland's going to call timeout. They're going to have a chit chat about this one, because you make a mistake and you give Seattle 2 points and the ball. So, and in women's football, I mean, you're not only going to get the ball, but you're going to get the ball in really good field position. So it's going to be important for Portland to be careful with the ball. Wansley, 2 completions on that drive. Those are her first 2 completions of the game. She had 9 yards on the second and 8, so she has two completions for 17 yards just in the fourth quarter. So she showed she could do some things with it. Portland's going to talk this over. Referees are telling them, you're out of time here. You got to play some football. And here they come back out. And this is where the Portland kind of passing spread offense creates some problems for you, because you just don't have any room to make a mistake when you're this far back. So Portland with the ball inside of their own 1-yard line. 99 yards to go here for them. Really, they just need to take possession and move the ball down the field. Lexi Catton out of the shotgun, and she's going to throw it out wide. She's got a receiver open on the far side, and that's Vanessa Palmieri. 12-yard gain, that solves that problem. So a little quick sideline pattern, 12-yard gain, first down, clock's running. 6:38 to go and counting here in the fourth quarter. Portland, that was a big play, get them just out of the shadow of their own goalpost. Seattle needs to get a stop here, get the ball back right away. They just can't afford to wait. So Seattle, you may see some more high-risk types of attacks here. Portland's going to bring everybody in tight here. Catton right under center with 1 back in the backfield. There's the handoff. Stiltner, and she's not going anywhere. She'll gain a yard. I think, honestly, I think the Shockwave see this as damage limitation time. 2nd and 8 for Portland. They're just going to try to keep the clock running here. 5:49 to go and counting. But honestly, if Seattle can get the ball back, they're going to get, if they can stop them here, they're going to get the ball in pretty good field position. And they've shown on the last drive they can throw it, move the ball a little bit. Could be in for an interesting finish here. Once again, Catton under center. 1 back. Another handoff. This time they stretch things a little bit. Stiltner brought down from behind that time, I believe by Charity Reed, number 91. Got her by the shoulder pad there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Actually, from where the ball is spotted, it's more like 3rd and 3. Ball's at the 21. They got to get to the 24. So 3rd and short. Catton going to get under center. We're under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter here. Everybody in tight for Portland. This is the first time Portland's shown a really tight form, on a drive. They've been sticking with that. This time, fake the handoff. Catton's going to run for it. She's looking for the pylon. She's got the first down. She's going to go out of bounds. She gets out at the 29-yard line. Forced out there by McDonald, but that's going to get Portland 3 more downs, which is pretty important. It did stop the clock. Catton ran out of bounds. 4:39 to go in the fourth quarter. So if you're Seattle, the one silver lining is that she didn't go down on the field, so that stops the clock. But Portland's now out to the 29-yard line. They've got a little room to go. And you'd think they're going to try to keep the ball on the ground here and just grind out the clock up 20-0. But we'll see. They're basically a passing team, so I don't know if you want to change your personality all that drastically. Alicia Stiltner in the backfield here, I believe. That might be Camille Wilson as I look back. Nope, it's Stiltner. Stiltner with a pitch. Fumble. Looks like it's Seattle ball. Yep, it's a fumble. A little bit of a read option out of the pistol. And Portland got a little cute there. They haven't pulled that out. They had one read option with Petrie in the third quarter that was pretty effective, but running a play they haven't run much today, and puts a lot of pressure on everybody. Stiltner dropped the pitch there, and Seattle jumped on it, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 21-yard line. 3:49 to go in the game. Chance for Seattle at least to get on the board here. I think it'd be pretty important for Seattle just to get a touchdown, get some points here, not get shut out to start the 2022 season. So we'll see what happens. Handoff to Gerardo up the middle. She breaks a couple tackles. Somebody lost a helmet. That's going to be number 63, Lauren Diaz. For the Shockwave, and Seattle's going to go 2nd and 7, 3-yard gain for Gerardo. And at this point, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, clock running really doesn't fit with what Seattle needs. But they may be trying to stay within their game plan here and just kind of grind out a touchdown. That would be a success there at the end of the game, I think. Wansley in the shotgun. She's got Gerardo and I can't see Kennedy, I think, in the backfield with her. She steps up. She's got to throw it and tried to. It's an incomplete pass. I don't know why the officials didn't blow the whistle faster. They were a little slow there. Wansley got in trouble, looked for a little underhand pitch to Gerardo. Gerardo was not ready for that. She was blocking, and ball falls incomplete. That's going to stop the clock. 2:56 to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 8 for the Spartans. Charity Reed comes off here. And Seattle, with the clock stopped, has a minute to talk it out here. Ball on the 19-yard line. You're definitely in 2-down territory. That's the plus side. You've got Fisher Watt on the left. Gerardo and Kennedy in the backfield with Wansley. She's well protected when they throw. See who leaks out here. McDonald's going to go up the middle. She's wide open if they can find her. And good defense. I think that's Tim's. Nope, that was number 1. Jamie Hosley for Portland got a hand on there, just sort of jumped through McDonald's field of vision and prevented her from catching that ball. Hensley doesn't get a hand on that. McDonald probably just got the first touchdown of the year for Seattle. As it is, the ball hit the ground. It's 4th down and 7, and Seattle's got one more shot here in this drive. They need to get to the 12-yard line to keep it going. Once again, Wansley, lots of protection. I think that Seattle's just worried about Portland blitzing, and they're right. Here comes the blitz. Wansley, plenty of time, throws it up, and it's incomplete. Gerardo wasn't able to really track that ball down. And Seattle turns the ball over on downs. 2:43 to go in the fourth quarter. 20-0. The Portland Shockwave are ahead, and they'll take over at their own 19-yard line here. Really, one more first down, and they can get in the victory formation. So Seattle needs to create a stop or a turnover again. They've done a good job. Seattle created 3 turnovers. Only turned the ball over themselves the one time, I believe, on that kickoff, fumbled kickoff. But couldn't take advantage. Catton under center, trips right for the Portland Shockwave. Handoff up the middle. I think that's Petrie. And another interior run going the exact same distance they seem all to go, about 2 yards for Portland. That'll keep the clock moving. And we're going to head down. By the time this ball is snapped, it'll be right about 2 minutes. Seattle makes a couple substitutions.
Now we'll run some replays, and then we should have a couple players coming up.
Awesome.
A player of the game, and offensive player of the game and a defensive player of the game for Seattle.
Well, I think we know who the offensive player of the game is.
Yeah, I think we do know who that is.
Can't really make her the defensive player of the game also, even though she has that interception. There's a handoff. It's going to be a flea flicker, and it's complete to Catton. And Ashley Gerardo makes a good tackle there, takes Catton down at the 38-yard line. You know, in a guy's game, that could start a fight, honestly. You're up 20-0. There's a minute 45 to go, and you run a flea flicker.
That was a pretty good flea flicker, too.
I guess. Doesn't strike me as something you really want to do.
No, not when you're up 20-0.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that. If I was the Seattle coach, I'd be putting that in my memory bank, because you're playing him again in a couple of weeks, and I'd want to mention that. I don't know that you're going to get the same response, but that's not something you really want to see. I formation, wide receivers out wide both sides. Handoff to Stiltner, and she is going nowhere. Breaks a couple tackles to get back to the line of scrimmage. Stiltner, pretty nice run there to get no yards. Looked like she was going to lose a couple. That'll run the clock. We're down to 1 minute here. Now under a minute to go, second down. And Charity Reed going to come back on for the Spartans. Inez Cuevas, she might be our defensive player of the game. The line for the I think the D line for the Spartans has just played really well under pressure all day long. Catton back in the shotgun. Looking deep, she's got Timms. Flags down. Timms makes the catch. Sabrina McDonald with a tackle at the 38-yard line. I think this one's coming back. That's going to be a hold. Yep. So that one's coming back, and it stops the clock with 22 seconds left. So if you're Portland, it's not really an outcome you're looking for. But looks like Portland decided they're pretty safe, and they're going to open the playbook. So 22 seconds to go. It's going to be second down and 20 now for the Fighting Shockwave. Seattle looking to make a stop here and get into the second game of 2022. Really having limited Portland. I mean, they got 6 points in the second half. And Seattle showed their defense is equal to, you know, the level of the league. It's really just a matter of converting on offense for Seattle. I feel like the radio guy in Greater Tuna, you know, like, what happened? You lost 48-0. Well, you know, if you take away the defense, give up all the points, their offense couldn't score. Heck, it was a tie game, right? But Seattle really did play well defensively today. And they've moved the ball on offense, so there's a lot to build on. You know, as you look at the 2022 season, and you're going to get another shot at these guys down in Portland, and there's no reason you couldn't turn this result around. As the officials mark off 10 yards here, there's quite a conversation going on. I think the guys with the sticks, I think the chain gang.
Oh, they're already packing up the sticks.
Did they pack up? What happened? I think the chain gang, they ran the clock down to 0. So it looks like there's, it's going to.
I don't know how it would have gone down to 0.
Well, I don't think the referees can figure that one out either. I think they'd be happy to let it if they thought they could, but I think it's got to go back to 22 seconds. And the chain gang's going to have to yank it back for a second here. Let's see.
That's what he was pointing at. He was like, get the sticks back.
Yep, there you go. So it's going to be 2nd down and 20. Oh, nope, timeout. Oh, and Portland's going to call. Really? Portland's going to call timeout. The referees are trying to tell the guy to put 22 seconds on the clock. It's not a great level of cooperation on that. They're working on it. But
that's not it.
That's not it.
I can hear them down there going, that's it.
Nope. Yeah, the scoreboard, I think the scoreboard operators think they're done. Portland called timeout, so they're going to talk about it, but there's 22 seconds left on the clock, and it's going to be 2nd down. I believe it's 2nd and 20 for the Fighting Shockwave here. It'd be good to get everything back on the clock so we can get the ball snapped and finish the evening here on a good note. So now Seattle comes back on the field.
Looks like they're going to do a victory.
Yep, I think they're going to. That'd be the smart move, right? You take a knee now, clock runs out, and you're done. And it's 20-0. You want to take another shot down the field? And here's the snap. Lexi Catton touches her knee to the ground, hands the ball to the referee, and that's the end of the game. Seattle Spartans open their season with a tough defensive effort, but fall short. The Portland Fighting Shockwave 20, the Seattle Spartans 0. And we're going to be ready for our player of the game, offensive and defensive player of the game up at the booth here. In terms of recap, Seattle had a tremendous defensive effort here and just couldn't convert, got in the red zone 3 times. As they thank their fans here on the near side, they need to go. Hopefully they'll get over and shake some hands. I think they see now they need to go shake hands with Portland. And great effort from the Spartans for their the season opener today. Really good defensive effort. Closest they got was that 4th down pass to McDonald, where McDonald got tackled very close to the goal line. The officials did not give her the plane, and Seattle has to wait till game 2 to look for their first points of the 2022 season.
Well, let's go to replay, and we will see some players here in a second.